The following podcast contains strong language and alternative facts. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Heel Podcast. Over the airwaves and under the influence, we are Turning Heel.
That's totally getting left in.
God damn it.
Was someone not aware we were recording?
Fucking asshole. I can forget that we're, like, you can actually hear us record as the music. Let the music play. Well, if this is your first time listening to the Turning Heel podcast, welcome. That was my burp, and this is me, the Chris. With me, as always, is Chris Mother Burping Hughes.
How did he?
You said duty. So you can expect more jokes like this if this is your first time listening.
Many more poop jokes.
Either that or they've turned it off by now.
Yeah, they probably went, oh, fuck this.
What the fuck?
I would have anyway.
I know. As soon as I would hear you, I'd be like, oh, this guy sounds like a dweeb.
Hey!
What?
I'm a fucking cool cat, right?
Anyway, so, we're here.
I'm in control of the bus tickets and the tickets for tomorrow, motherfucker. I might decide just to sell yours outside.
No, you can't do that right in front of me.
Stop me.
Okay, give me my ticket.
No.
Fuck's sake. So, as you can tell, we're talking about Progress Wrestling tomorrow night or afternoon in London.
Where we're heading as soon as we finish recording this episode.
Yep. This
For a
is
16-hour round bus trip
fantastic.
with no hotel.
Nope. I'll be returning to Glasgow 2 hours before I need to go to work
Yep, me too.
on the Monday. Well, you get back 2 hours before. Well, technically, yeah, you get back 2 hours before I need to go to work. So that statement did make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I need to go to college at 9 o'clock.
Alright, fair enough, good.
We're both in the same boat here, man. At least you'll be done by like 2.
Wait, well, you need to get the same bus as me?
Probably, aye.
Oh, joys.
Fucking...
And I
I'm
can't
going to be
get
sick
fucking...
of the sight of you by fucking the time Monday morning rolls round.
Can't fucking get rid of you.
I'm going to be hungover, I'm going to be fucking feeling minging, and I'm just going to be stuck with you. Again.
I could just come to college with you. Or you could come to work with me. That'd be great.
You know, I'm still working and trying to get used to the college's radio studio. So, maybe soon you will be coming to college.
Hey.
And we won't have this 50 hertz hum.
I know.
Which I've been...
Yeah.
Which I've been actively ignoring for the last couple of weeks.
What dick?
Well, say last couple of weeks, the last couple of months. Because it was going to cost money to fix. But as it was pointed out to us on Twitter by Your King Mob, at Your King Mob on Twitter, yeah, it's annoying. I know it's annoying. I'm sorry. I'll take the blame.
Yeah.
Chris doesn't know any better.
I don't know anything.
Anyway, wrestling.
Yes.
Would you like to start us off?
Well, yeah, like I posted on our Fastbook page, our Fastbook page even, if you will. We were originally going to have an episode on Tuesday, but, you know, life gets in the way at times. And
Repairmen don't turn up.
Yep. Well, they eventually turned up, you know, just 2 days later. Sat in all day Tuesday waiting on these repairmen to turn up and fix my leaking bath. Showed up on Thursday. Fantastic.
Excellent. That is fucking councils for you.
And remember how I said, oh yeah, they're going to phone me before they show up? Nope, just turned up at my door.
Randomly?
Yeah. Like, I literally just got in from work, and then I started to, like, get changed. And then, like, the buzzer just went, I was like, hello? And they're like, oh, it said so. I was like, I was like half naked.
I'm naked.
So I needed to let them in, open the front door, and like, "Gotta bear with me a second," and then shut the door again so I could get dressed.
No one in the world deserves to see you naked.
Well, I only had my shirt off, but you know.
That's still enough.
It could be worse.
Could be me, I suppose.
Exactly. I've seen you in nothing but a towel.
You have?
Yes.
When?
Blackpool.
Ah, Blackpool.
Blackpool.
In fairness, though, Blackpool's where you discovered Baileys.
Oh yeah.
Baileys for breakfast.
Do that.
And if you want to hear the results of Baileys for breakfast, check out our UK tournament episodes.
Yeah. Drinking Baileys out of shoe, as you kept saying.
You had no idea what I was fucking talking about. But yeah.
Still don't.
It's a very, very shite joke from a very shite TV show. Anyway, wrestling.
RASSLIN, that's wrestling.
So, the Mae Young Classic, we covered it last week, and we watched this week's episodes as well.
Yep, and it's probably going to be all out of date by now.
Yeah, again, sorry about that. This was supposed to be out on Tuesday.
Yeah, we're actually going to try and do 2 episodes, one on Tuesday, one today, to cover it all. But we're just going to kind of do a summary, if you will, of the last 4 episodes, as opposed to banging through them, because over the past week there's been a lot of fucking news that I think kind of deserves more time to talk about than a tournament that's now a week old.
Christy Hemming's got 4 babies in her.
If only one of them was mine.
I don't quite understand how that works.
I don't know. How do babies work? Fucking magnets, how do they work?
But yeah, we won't cover that. That's boring news, especially all the other stuff that's happened.
Wait, is that real?
Yeah, she's
quadruplets.
She's announced today she's pregnant with quadruplets.
She's already had a baby.
Yeah, she's fucking 4 of them in her now.
Fuck's sake!
Do you not know that?
No.
I just made up some random joke.
I did. I was like, why would you pluck Christy Hemme out of thin air? No, so that's all like real?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like, it was on I seen it on the last podcast wrestling page earlier, and then I seen a few other people share it, and then I seen her posting it on Twitter as well, and I'm like, there you go, that's legit.
Pardon me.
Well, and yet more burping.
How did they find out that it was 4 babies? Did they just like kind of thing it? It's like it's got 4 heartbeats. It's like, oh my god, what's wrong with my child? Why does it have 4 hearts?
Do you know, it'd be really funny if it popped out and it was just one way with 4 hearts.
It's just like a spider baby with like 8 like arms and legs.
But apparently a pregnancy with quadruplets is like really, 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 really high risk.
I'll bet.
So like apparently she's like not allowed to leave the house or anything.
Well, she's a tiny person that now needs to go about life for the next 9 months with 4 growing fucking children inside her.
Exactly.
That's gonna be a nightmare. She needs a fucking wheelbarrow to walk to the fucking toilet.
We've got all the news, by the way.
I don't envy women when it comes to this stage of life.
No, not at all. Not at all. So the Mae Young Classic.
Yes.
Speaking of women.
Speaking of vagina, what? What? I always have to get a really bad joke in before we start talking about the Mae Young Classic.
You do, to be fair. It's tradition.
Yep. If I'm going to talk about women, I'm going to make a shit joke first. Enjoy that. It's rain. So.
And the buzz is back.
Yay! See, be honest.
It's been there the whole time, but it just got bad.
See, be honest, there's actually just a fly that lives in my microphone. It's just when you say hi. So just see if you just think of it like that, then it just doesn't do any near as bad. Buzz. I'm not holding my microphone the entire show. Fuck you.
You can actually control it. It's great.
Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up.
What have you started drinking yet, for fuck's sake? This is the madness already.
Yeah, so see, that's the thing. Like, it doesn't take. Like, I don't even need to drink to be me. I'm just me turned up to drunk when I drink.
Anyway, Mae Young Classic.
Feel free to talk about it, for fuck's sake. Anyway,
you've got the notes.
You've got notes as well.
Yeah, but you just put the order. I thought all my notes are pure detailed. I thought we weren't going to go through it detailed. Yes, we're having another argument on air.
Yes, we really
should fucking talk about these things before we start.
We said we were going to do a summary.
Yeah, which is that's what I thought you were taking notes for.
What? No, I took these notes the other day.
Oh, I thought. Well, fair enough.
You're a dumpsk. Aye, I'm going to go with that. Dumpsk. It's a dunce and a dumbass combined together.
To make a dunsk?
Yeah, a dumpsk.
A dumpsk.
So it's like you wear a dunce hat on your head and then a dunce hat on your butt as well.
Anyway.
Because you're a dumbass. Anyway, so, I believe Rachel Evers was the first in the 16 flange tournament. Don't know where flange came from.
Flange is a great word.
Flange is a great word.
For many years.
Great word.
For many years, I used flange to replace the word cunt, so I didn't like cunt. But then I would get angry, bitter, and old, so now cunt's back in the vocabulary.
I know, tell me about it. I never used to use the word cunt at all. I hated it. And now I'm just so mad at the world that it's just like cunt is like a pure normal thing for me now.
There's nothing more off-putting like if you're watching a porn and like the word's like lick my cunt.
Stick it in my cunt.
I'm like you're alright. But now, nope, don't care.
It would be great if she used the what was it, flange? Put your phallus in my flange.
That'd be great. I would be all over that.
I'd be like
Fucking, that'd be brilliant. I would watch a hell of a lot more porn if they said flange instead of cunt.
I laughed too hard there. Well, that's us 10 minutes in and done absolutely nothing.
And we're supposed to be in a rush to catch this bus to London.
I know. So, Rachel Evers, I would actually admit that this was a much better showing for her in this match than her first match, but I did show Chris the match I was alluding to in the last episode that Rachel Evers was in.
It's fucking bad.
Wow.
We'll post that on the Facebook page.
It was part of the
Heel podcast.
One of the most recent Botchamanias, so if we can't do that, because I don't know if that counts as, stealing content or whatever, just go to botchamania.com and look for the most recent Botchamania. It's about 5 minutes in.
Yeah, I don't think sharing the link to the episode's a bad thing.
That's true, I guess.
It's not like we're trying to say it's fucking ours.
So, Botchagrizia is my new online botch show. It's a bit like that joke.
Yes, very much so.
So Abby Laith with the powerbomb into the alligator clutch for the win. Abby Laith moves on to the quarterfinals. We are, like I said, we're just going to pretty much name the match, say, oh, it was alright, or whatever, and then see who won, because there's a lot to get through. Serena Deeb versus Piper Niven. Surprised about the ending of this match?
So was I. I did not expect Viper to go through.
Nah. But she did, with the Michinoku driver. But it was cool because of the finish, because Viper went up to the top rope, done the big splash, missed, and everybody was like, oh, fuck, there it goes, she's missed the splash, here comes Serena Deeb with her finisher, she's going to win, but nope. Viper countered, what was it, Irish whip? Bang, Michinoku driver, 1, 2, 3. Good fun, this match.
Yeah, it was a really good match, I really enjoyed it. I think I just enjoyed it as much as I did, though, purely so I wasn't expecting Viper to win.
Oh yeah, totally.
And then she won, and I was like, well wait, what?
Oh yeah, I marked the fuck out. Like I watched all of these like one after another on the Monday, and like, oh god, what a fucking roller coaster of emotion that 4-hour period was. Just me sitting on my own. I don't think I've been this engaged in wrestling in a long ass time. Just that amount of excitement. Princess Suhei versus Mercedes Martinez. This match. Sorry, Princessa Suhei. I think I did say Princessa, but it kind of all blended together because I'm trying to speak quickly. Princessa Suhei, Mercedes Martinez. This match kind of sucked.
Yes, it sucked big time.
Because I don't think Mercedes Martinez is that good.
Nah, I don't think so either.
I mean, she is
someone that's supposed to be like the veteran.
Yeah.
Kind of like,
she's a good wrestler. She's just boring, as boring as a fucking plank of wood.
She's absolute zero personality.
In fact, no, actually, that's a lie, because I've seen planks of wood that have more personality. You know, that's double strength. That's gonna taste gross.
No, it'll be fine.
Okay. So yeah, Mercedes. See, to be honest, I'd barely even wrote any notes for this match because I was so bored.
I think I have notes in detail.
Oh well, never mind.
Well, I say in detail.
I literally actually have the ending of this match and that's it. Suhei locks in the armbar for ages, like ages and ages.
My notes for this match: Martinez advances via Fisherman Buster.
Spoilers.
That's it. Yep. So no, I don't have notes in detail.
Well, so I actually had more notes in detail. Yeah. So he had the armbar in for ages, like ages and ages, and then Mercedes Martinez just gets up and hits the whatever it's called,
the finisher.
Aye.
Fisherman Buster.
Fisherman Buster. Aye. Flat finish. Mercedes Martinez.
Flat match in general. Actually, these two are supposed to be the veterans in the tournament.
I know.
But like, I just felt no attachment to either of them.
Nah.
I just thought they were both really bland.
I've never liked Mercedes Martinez, and I was like, but she's meant to be good, like a lot of people are. So I always get the kind of thing that I feel as if I'm supposed to like her. You know, like sometimes when you just get told, "Oh, this wrestler's the best,"
yeah,
and you're just like, "But are they though?"
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. That's kind of my stance on it as well.
Like, I mean, put it this way. Remember when I was talking about Travis Banks before we watched Strong Style? That's how I felt. Like, Travis, I kept getting told Travis Banks is the best and all that, and I was like, I've seen him wrestle before and I wasn't that impressed. Like, and then I showed you that photo of him in this weird fucking outfit that he done at PCW ages ago.
Yeah.
And then we watched the Strong Style tournament. I was like, right, fair enough. Now I can understand at least a good amount.
I'm on board with this.
Yeah. But it's just like sometimes when you just get told this guy's the best, and then you watch him, you're like, that was nothing average. Spectacular.
At best, yeah, I completely agree. See, the thing is, I really struggle. Like, see masked wrestlers, right?
Yes.
In general, I'm really biased towards them because I just feel that, see, if you need to wear a mask, you have absolutely no personality.
Probably.
Do you know what I mean? And that's kind of what I was getting from Suhei, that it's just so bland.
She wasn't very good.
Like, there's really not many people that can pull off a mask.
I mean, see, to be honest, the one person I'd say that could do it as a female was Sexy Star, but now she can get to fuck.
Yeah. Fucking hope she breaks her arm.
Aye.
Someone else breaks it. Cow.
See, to be honest, I don't think she's gonna fucking wrestle again.
No, it doesn't look like it. Seems like she's completely blackballed.
Fantastic. That's the way it fucking should be.
And you were a Sexy Star fan.
Aye, totally. I'm so fucking heartbroken, but like I'm heartbroken in an actual angry, disappointed way. Not like, oh, she's been screwed or whatever, or fired from somewhere. No, it's completely turned around and it's in the worst possible way. Fucking let me down.
I think that, see, it's just the mask thing. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't appeal to me in general, male or female. I'm just not I like the luchador style, lucha libre style rather, but the whole mask thing, it bores me to tears. Like, the best thing they did with Andrade Cien Almas was take that mask off him, because see, if he still had the mask, I don't think he would be where
probably one of the only people that's actually said that. But see, now I would totally agree with you, because this new Andrade that they're going with now is fucking fantastic. This is the best that Andrade's been.
Because he's never had to portray a character really, because he was under the mask for so long.
I'm a dude with a mask.
You go under the mask and you're whoever the fuck
the mask is.
You say they are. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's had to work really hard to create this character he's got. The character he's got is really good.
I'm trying to remember who else. There was somebody else that had a mask for a really long time. I think it was like Juventud or Psychosis, one of those two from the Mexicos, and like, it was kind of talk for ages. It's like, right, well, these two wrestled for masks for years, so it must have took them a really long time to start learning how to do the facials and not contradict, convey pain and all that.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Using their face, because
you don't have to.
When you had a mask, you didn't really need to do that.
Yeah, which is why, like I say, I think if you're a wrestler that wears a mask, for me right away, I'm just like absolute zero personality because the mask just does everything for you. That's why I don't like it.
But merch sells though.
Exactly. It's all about the merch.
Right. Well, so we just talked about how these two veterans had put on a pretty much of a stinker of a match. How about this next match between one Japanese veteran and a girl fucking a year in her career? Let's talk about Sane versus Bianca Belair.
I did not expect this to be good.
And
it was fucking match of the round for me.
I honestly thought this was going to be a fucking slaughter. And it was almost a slaughter in the fucking wrong way there.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like I says, a fucking roller coaster of emotions. Like I openly went, ah! Like when Bianca Belair almost won that match.
Yeah.
Oh, for 450 splash. 1, 2, and I was just like, just, I actually screamed out loud.
Would you be looking at this match as fondly had she won?
I don't think so. But like I would definitely give credit. But I would have been absolutely raging. I probably would have said something like, fucking WWE, always have to get their talent over even when it's not that good, blah, 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 blah. But I probably would still give it some credit because it was pretty class.
The match was great.
And
although, the thing is, the thing that annoys me, though, about Bianca Belair is the hair whip thing. Because, like, right, we're wrestling fans, we understand it's predetermined, we understand it's worked, but we're not fucking stupid. It's hair. Unless you're fucking braiding it with ball bearings, that's not going to fucking hurt you.
I mean, like...
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I don't know how they were pulling off that sound, but I guarantee it wasn't for the fucking hair making it.
I know. I mean, like, she did use, like... I think, see if she continues with this as a heel, like, it could be good because it is stupid. And so that's why it works as a heel move. Because, like, see when she was, like, fucking whipping Sane, like, into the corner, almost like she was fucking bludgeoning her with her stupid hair. Like, it worked.
It did work. It totally.
Because everyone was getting pure frustrated. It was like, fuck's sake, like, stop beating our little Sane with your stupid hair.
I know. And I liked the way that JR was portraying it, and it's like, is this a legal move?
Technically.
Like, technically, yeah. Because
it's attached to her.
Yeah.
It's like when a wrestler gets to, like, wear a fucking, like, brace while they're wrestling. Like, they can use the brace because it's been sanctioned by the health people.
The health people.
Yeah. But yeah, like when Stone Cold started using his two knee shimmies, what are they called? Braces, knee braces. Like he could fucking just knee somebody in the face with just a wee bit of metal, and it's like, it's legal.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a part of me now. I am a robot man.
Like I said, the only thing that annoyed me was it was just a little bit too ridiculous, but it was still really funny to watch.
Yeah, but aye, keep working at that as a heel, and that was going to get over.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then
totally going to go over.
Maybe when she turns face, you can then sell Bianca Belair wigs.
Fucking merchandise devil over here, man. Don't ever do that again.
Never heard a devil make that noise.
Okay, so what was on the next match?
Toni Storm versus Lacey Evans.
My Tony. Who we'll get to see
Tony.
tomorrow at Progress.
Yaha. Anyone else that was... No. Don't know what I was thinking there. Oh, well, I guess, like, we're going to see people from the UK Championship tournament as well, so I think that's kind of what I meant. But, yeah, let's see. So, it was actually a good showing by Evans, like, another kind of, like, WWE developmental boogaloo.
Project.
Yes. See, when I don't know words, I'm just going to start making random noises now. As you've noticed.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to get through this quickly. Good springboard elbow by Lacey at one point. Just she kind of fucking chucked herself in from the apron. Toni Storm with the strong zero for the win. That was her kind of like a neck breaker.
Yeah.
On the knee. Much better finish than our fucking first round match, which was bad. Just the standard roll up. And I've heard other people like kind of comment on the first round, and like there was this one person I was listening to, and it's like, that Aisha should not have been anywhere near this tournament. She was terrible. And it's like, I don't think she was terrible, but she definitely shouldn't have been there. Like I say, I'm certain that she took Nixon's spot.
She probably did.
And if Nixon was in this, I think there probably would have been one or two different results.
Oh, can you imagine Nixon versus Zayn as the final? It wouldn't happen though, because it was fairly obvious that Shauna was going to get to or Shayna.
Spoilers.
It's not a fucking spoiler.
It's well we called yeah, so next match, Mae Young versus Shayna Baszler. This was fucking awesome. I'm so gutted though, like Mae Young was actually one of my picks to win this whole tournament. And out in the second round, absolutely gutted.
We spoke in the last episode about a lot of this being quite obvious. And I think that I'll get more into this later on. Actually, never mind. We'll wait till we get to the finalists.
Okay. I think it's my phone getting near this fucking mic that's also doing this shit. By the way, Mae Young goes up for the 450 splash, but it's countered into the choke by Shayna Baszler.
Shayna Baszler.
I quite like the way that Shayna Baszler always seems to like get her opponents to outdo themselves to essentially end up in the submission. Like, it's in the first round she kind of just lifted Zayda up and then plonked her into the submission, but this one was really cool the way that like it's almost as if she waited for her moment. So when Mae Young went for the 450, she just got into position to lock it in.
Yeah.
And I thought that was quite cool. Also, Zayda was on NXT this week, so that made me happy.
I've not seen NXT yet.
Did you know she used to be a singer?
No, I didn't.
The more you know.
The more you know. Saving NXT for like 4 o'clock tomorrow morning when I'm pissed off on this bus because I can't sleep.
Fair enough. Coming up next, the Battle of the Cuties. Dakota Kai versus Rhea Ripley.
Really like Rhea Ripley. I hope that would be a signer. That's pretty much all I've got to say on it.
Now this had actually a really good finish as well.
Yeah.
Like the two of them were fucking great. Like there was these like pure kick exchange spots that were like quite awesome. But the ending kind of came when Dakota Kai was put up on the top rope. Ripley was going to attempt a big superplex, but Tree of Woe and Del Rio. I know that you're probably bumping coke off a Paige's butt or something, but this is how you do that double stomp finisher. Okay, like Dakota Kai comes off the top rope, smacks Rhea Ripley from the Tree of Woe position, 1, 2, 3, and Dakota Kai goes on to the next round. Like, how could this sweet young girl do this move so much better than an apparent legend in fucking Mexico?
Can we not go on to Alberto? I would like an episode where I don't rant about.
Just saying. I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
Fucking hell, I'm not even going to get that because that technically counts as a rant. Fucking dick.
That was close enough. If it lasts more than like 3 words, it's a rant.
Yeah. The anger the guy fucking brings out in me.
I know, it's bad.
I've never ever liked him. I just can't like him. He's an arsehole. What was the next match?
Because like obviously I used to like the guy, and it was just he's probably never going to work in the US again. Like, I don't think GFW is ever bringing the guy back.
So if they're still a thing, we'll get into that later.
That's me tugging my my shirt collar there. Nicole Savoy versus Candice Gargano. I still don't like Nicole Savoy. I don't see what's special about her in any way. And cheerleader Melissa could have been here and everyone would have been great. I'm just hire cheerleader Melissa. Fuck's sake.
Yeah. You know, I actually see sitting here just now.
Yes.
I actually can't remember what fucking she looked like.
Savoy?
Yeah, just like she's just that.
She looked like JoJo, except less attractive.
She's just not that interesting.
She wasn't at all. She was the person that kept getting called the Queen of the Suplexes. I think throughout this entire tournament, her 2 matches, she flung 3 suplexes. Oh, the Queen! There's probably people that flung more suplexes in their matches than she did, but she's the queen of them. Queen of not really doing them very well. In fact, I think this was the match where she flung a suplex, Candice LeRae landed on her fucking head, and like the ref...
Yeah, I forgot about that.
The ref ran over and was like, "Are you alright?" And she's like... And then she done another one, and practically almost dumped her in her head again.
Yeah.
Queen of Suplex?
Is she a WWE project?
No, she was in Shimmer, which is even worse, because that's apparently where the good wrestlers are supposed to go.
Fuck's sake. There you go.
I just want to put it down to maybe her having an off night. Maybe if I see some Shimmer and get to see her properly go, and like in Shimmer, maybe she might do a bit better, might be a bit more appealing in the future. But she was just, she's just one of those people that didn't really stick out very well. So Mrs. Gargano's Wild Ride for the win.
Miss Gargano's.
No, it's Mrs. because she's married to Gargano.
We're all getting into this argument again.
Yep, so that brings us into the quarterfinals. Abby Laith versus Mercedes Martinez. So we had a quick discussion going into this because we were watching them as they happened. So we had our picks at the time. This is 100% actually true. Who we thought was going to advance to the semis. So I actually picked Laith to win this match, and you picked Mercedes. And Laith lost. I went in here and I was like, right, Laith versus Martinez. I'll go with Laith. And then as the match started, I was like, oh, hold on, I actually think Mercedes Martinez is going to win. But it's like, nah, I'm going to stick with my pick. I'm going with my gut. And my gut was telling me it was full of like poo or something. Let's have a look. Yep. Yeah, once again, like I say, finisher out of the nowhere by Mercedes Martinez. And that was it. Just all her matches, like, it just seems as if like their matches just are happening for a while, and then she just hits her finisher. It's like, that was it.
Yeah, done.
I don't even think her finisher's that impressive.
Nah, it's really not. What is it again? Again, like fucking a lot of this tournament has been really bland, really fucking samey.
There's been definite highs and definite lows, and clearly some of the definite lows are coming from the exact same people, like constantly. It's the Fisherman Buster.
Oh, of course, yeah.
The one you had to remind me of fucking 5 minutes ago.
I know. The only reason I remembered was because I had it fucking written down.
I know. Candice Gargano against Shayna Baszler. Mrs. Gargano's Wild...
Shayna.
I'm just going to go with whoever comes out of my mouth. I don't care.
Just call it Baszler.
I like Gonzalez from the first round.
Aye.
Rihanna. Mrs. Gargano's Wild Ride was countered once again into the choke for the victory.
That was a fucking great finish, though.
Yeah, it was.
It was a really good finish.
But then Baszler, the cow, wouldn't let go of the finisher. And Candice, I assume, was pronounced dead at the scene. Even Gargano didn't fucking do anything about it.
I know, I was sitting watching it, I'm like, Johnny, fucking help your wife.
She's turning purple, like her gear. You're turning violet.
Yeah, that was a really good finish, really good match. I actually quite like Shayna Baszler. I know you don't, but I like.
I don't hate her.
I like how I think I said this in the previous episode. I'm not sure, but I like how they're not building her as just being this unstoppable UFC machine.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that.
Do you know what I mean? I like how she's presented as being beatable.
That's probably why I like her a bit more. Like, see if she. It's just like that's the thing I hate, like in WWE. Or wrestling in general. See when somebody comes from another like sport and they come out dressed in that sport and do things from that sport, and it's like, you're not in that fucking sport anymore. If you want to be in that sport, go back to that sport. Like fucking when Sonya Deville comes out and she does the fucking shadow boxing on the ramp and all that, and it's like, you're not a fucking MMA fighter anymore. You're a wrestler.
Because you know that see if Ronda Rousey does sign for WWE, let's be honest, it's probably going to happen. You do know we're going to have a gear of Ronda Rousey tapping people out in less than 15 seconds.
See, that would be cool.
Because they're going to present her that way. But I really like how they're not presenting Shayna Baszler that way. Like, every match she's been in, she's looked beatable.
Yeah.
That's what's good about it.
But see, just as long as, like, Ronda Rousey doesn't come out and then she comes out in the MMA looking gear and starts going,
She probably will.
I hope not.
I can totally see that happening.
But see if she Rousey is made to look like a killer, like fucking tapping out Mickey James in like 10 seconds and stuff like that. That would be badass. It's just I don't know, like when boxers and all that come in as well, and there's like shadow boxing, it's like lame.
Oh my god! I just thought of something. Ronda Rousey and Asuka having a match will be fucking awesome.
I'm gonna need to go and change my underwear. Where the fuck are we? Lorraine, yep. Piper Niven versus Toni Storm. Good little match from the UK here. Well, technically. Yeah. Piper Niven actually hit the Michinoku driver. I fucking leapt out my chair, and then Toni Storm kicked out. My wee heart was broken.
I assumed Toni Storm was going to go.
So was I. But that's why when Niven hit the fucking Michinoku, I was like, Wah!
But the thing is, though, you kind of spoiled it for me. Yeah. Do you remember that, right?
Fucked that up.
But you didn't, because I was expecting Toni to go out in that match. Because that was the match where you kind of spoiled it. And then she didn't, so I was kind of like, that wasn't spoiled. But she's going out in the next round.
Sorry.
But I could have worked that out for myself anyway once we found out who she was going against.
Yep. So Toni Storm wins with, I think it was a leg drop off the top rope.
Top rope.
Yep. So that brings us to the final quarter-final match, which is Sane versus Kai. This was another great match. But Sane wins with the elbow drop. Boom.
I love that elbow drop. It's so elegant. It's so beautiful. It's like the height she gets as well.
I know, but
it's great.
I really hope that Dakota Kai gets a contract as well. Like I said, she's the new Bailey. I just want to give her a hug.
No, I think she's already signed with WWE, Dakota Kai.
Aye? Well.
And the reason I know that is, once again, plugging Jim Smallman's podcast. Did you hear him say that?
Yeah.
In it?
Yeah.
Where he went, they gave us Jack and they gave us Dakota Kai.
They gave us a loan of Dakota Kai for, yeah.
Yeah. So I actually think she is signed.
Fantastic.
So
good for her.
We'll see more Dakota Kai, I think.
Absolutely. Would love to. And I don't even mean that in a fucking creepy way for once. She's
makes a fucking change.
She's just such a lovely person. Well, I mean, she looks like a lovely person. I don't know her personally.
She's got the Bailey element.
That's what I said. And
we're just like, oh, you're so innocent.
I know. Just give us a hug. Yeah, because it's like people.
And us both being the proud recipients of a hug from Bailey. Mm-hmm. It is nice.
Yep. Yeah, because like Dakota Kai and Bailey, they're the kind of girl that you want to take.
Take home with your mother.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to say. And then you get people like Eva Marie, where you're just like, back to my place. You ain't meeting anybody other than the taxi driver on the way home.
Yeah. And tell the taxi driver to go the most obscure way possible so she can't find your house again.
No, straight home. Straight home.
No, the most obscure way possible. Back home, wham bam, thank you ma'am. See you later.
If I'm getting Eva Marie in my house, I'm going straight home. I don't know.
Alright, okay. I've never seen a Blue Yes t-shirt before.
It's the SmackDown general manager.
Ah! I did not know that was a thing.
Well, this was $5.
Nice. Just for the people being very confused at home, Grizz is wearing a blue Daniel Bryan Yes t-shirt, which I'd never seen before.
It was he actually, I don't think he's ever actually worn it, but you could sometimes see it in the crowd, and it's like, I don't know if I like that or not, but when I seen it for $5, it's like,
Yeah, it's worth a $5.
I like it enough for $5. Hell yeah! And then it came, and it's like, I think it looks amazing. I think sometimes when you look at T-shirts on the website and everything, you can't tell whether or not you like it. And then it comes, and it looks so much better in person than a photo of it does. Because sometimes the photos look a bit shite, let's face it.
Because they're all photoshopped, they're not an actual photo of the actual T-shirt.
Aye. But, yeah. It's these £5 sales at WWE Shop, though. That's filling my fucking wardrobe. And so is WrestleCrate. Love you.
I thought it was supposed to be. We were supposed to be actually saying their name.
Not anymore.
Was that not the whole? What was it you called it?
The miscellaneous creative wrestling.
Yes.
No, that was back when we thought we had a sponsor with another box. So it was like the first couple episodes. But since then, yeah, that's went. So I'm just gonna call them out by their proper name now. Good old wrestling.
But I liked miscellaneous creative wrestling.
Okay. Well, that's what we should do. We should open up the Turn and Heel miscellaneous creative wrestling. And it'll
just be photos of being you.
It's just like whatever. Fuck! I got too excited there. It's just whatever we have lying about around the house. It's like every box is different because we've just got one of everything. I'm just chucking in old DVDs that I've seen. You're just putting up like fucking 8x10s that you couldn't be arsed like putting up on your wall. Ah, that's funny.
And I've got a fucking lot of them, by the way.
I know.
I'm starting to run out of wall space as well.
Yeah, you've got all this, but that's probably going to get knocked down whenever people walk in.
Mainly when I come in drunk.
Yeah, which is, every day.
I want to try and see if there's a figure. Wait. This is fucking terrible radio. Never mind.
What are you going to say? You want to figure a what?
I want to figure out a way I can hang my NXT title there. Hang it.
That is quite cool. There is things you can buy on like the website that have them hanging from it.
Yeah, but
it's like £30 though.
Yeah, but they don't have any that fits the NXT belt because the straps a lot thicker.
They did.
They didn't when I looked. See if they do now. I'll be the happiest guy in the world.
Right, we'll try and look at that later.
Yeah. Anyway, back to
Mercedes Martinez versus.
And also, since we shouted out WrestleCrate, we also shout out Slobber Knocker Box, who are also very good.
Definitely a box full of wrestling.
That was like a 60s American TV advert. It's mighty fine.
Swinging arm, thumbs up, smile.
Strongbow, go mental.
It's like you need to do that, and the eyes just bug out your head. Like, I really hope this is somebody's first episode listening to us because I would love their feedback. If this is your first episode, tweet us at
Heel Podcast,
or on Facebook at
Heel Podcast,
or go to our website
heelpodcast.co.uk,
or follow us individually on Twitter at
The Official Bubs
and
Juggalo Grizz.
Nailed it.
It's
like we're pals. I should probably actually mention the story of how we met. Chris just put up a post on Gumtree just saying, "Oh yeah, podcast co-host wanted, must like wrestling." That's how we met. See all these other stories about us hanging about? We just
all
made
lies.
them up.
They're all lies.
Like
that story I've told before about our embrace when the Miz won the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. We didn't know each other, but we were the only two people that were like, yes! That was the moment.
That's when I knew I was spending the rest of my life podcasting with that motherfucker. And that's your nickname. So Mercedes Martinez versus Shayna Baszler.
Shayna.
Fuck, I'm just gonna call her Shayna. I don't give a fuck. What's she gonna do? No, knock me the fuck out.
Yeah, knock you the fuck out. In fact, she's not even going to knock you the fuck out. She's going to tap you the fuck out.
Now, to be honest, like, she's probably one of those kind of people where she'll walk up to me and go, "You're not even worth the time. I'm just going to insult you until you cry." And I probably will.
And it won't take long.
Because she looks like the kind of person that's going to say some awful things.
Completely.
See, this probably was the best match of Mercedes Martinez in this whole tournament, and I don't think it was really anything to do with her.
Yeah.
I think it was Shayna Baszler being awesome.
Yeah, I really like Shayna Baszler. Like, I know you're not a big fan.
Not really, no.
Would love to hear people's feedback on her, because obviously there's a crossover talent who, let's be honest, if she wasn't who she is...
Did you say let's be honest?
Probably wouldn't be in that tournament. So yeah, love to hear some feedback from people. So yeah, give us a wee shout on Twitter at Heel Podcast.
Yes. So Baszler taps out Mercedes, which did take a while. I do actually did quite enjoy this match, and I thought it was quite hard hitting, and the two of them done really well, and definitely was Mercedes Martinez best shown in the whole tournament. But yeah, I was kind of happy that Baszler actually did end up going through, and it was the only match where Baszler actually shook hands with someone at the beginning, because Baszler and Mercedes are kind of in a faction in Shimmer.
Ah, I didn't know that.
So I think Mercedes Martinez had a hand in training Baszler as well.
Ah, okay.
So that's why she was showing respect to your trainer, her pal, her compadre.
The more you know, as you like to persistently say.
Mm-hmm. And knowing is half the battle. Grizzly Joe. So then we had Sane versus Storm. There was a storm a brewing.
There was indeed.
But then it got extinguished by the elbow of desire.
By the world's cutest pirate.
The world's cutest elbow. It's aww.
That elbow drop is beautiful though. Like they got a really good camera shot of it. That was kind of the hard cam. So it wasn't the hard cam, but the camera was obviously one of these ones that's on an arm. So it was quite a distance back for the ring, so you could see the whole ring, see the height she gets and the drop.
Oh yeah.
It's it's
incredible.
It's a work of art, that elbow.
But that's the thing. It's just an elbow drop.
Yeah, it's so simple.
But it's the way she does. It's like RVD's 5-star frog splash. What makes his different from anybody else's? He just does it differently, and it looks amazing. Eddie Guerrero and D'Lo Brown had pretty badass frog splashes. Blop. But RVD chucks himself vertically. He goes up higher.
Yeah.
See if you played I guess Shawn Michaels. Who else done an elbow? Magnus, because it's the only person I could think of. And then Kairi Sane. See if you played all three of them kind of blended together, if they were all in the same corner, whatever. Anyway, and you played them all. Kairi Sane would be way up here than the other two. I mean, it's not probably the best example, because let's face it, Magnus and Shawn Michaels have a lot more weight on them than Kairi Sane does, but still, you get the point I'm trying to make here. She fucking floats. She's just just up in there, and then it's insane. And just the way she kind of wraps round herself as well. Her legs go over her head, and then come back down. It's insane. It's insane, pun intended.
That can maybe be what they call it.
The insane elbow.
There you go. Have that one for free, Vince.
Just give me a t-shirt.
Yes.
When you put
a blue yes t-shirt, please.
I've already got one. No, give us a Kairi Sane t-shirt when they make the t-shirt.
Oh yeah.
They print insane elbow.
Do you think they'll actually sign her?
They have to. No, they have. I'm sure they actually have signed her.
Have they?
I'm certain of that one, because
she had a farewell thing in Japan, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, they must have signed her then.
And I think because they were originally wanting to sign all three of the main Stardom girls, and I think one of them is retiring, one of them decided not to go, and Sane did go. So I think
I might be completely making this up, but I get a feeling, did I not see something before the tournament about her potentially being injured and not making it?
What?
Sane?
I hope not.
I may be making this up. No. I mean, before the tournament started.
Oh.
I'm sure I seen somewhere that it was like literally last minute she get cleared. I may be making that up, but I'm sure I seen that somewhere.
Well, when we take our musical interlude after this, and then we get into some news, let's have a quick check.
Yeah,
because that'd be quite interesting. Like just thinking, like imagine she didn't make this whole tournament, how differently this whole thing could have been.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chances are, I wouldn't be surprised if Mercedes and Shayna Baszler ended up being the final.
If that had been the case, it probably would have happened.
Yep. I mean, we're trying to keep this short, so let's leave it on that. Sane wins with the elbow. Again, another good match. Like I'd say, like the first round was fun, but a lot of the second and third round stuff was really good, for the most part. But when you get rid of most of the fluff, like you got rid of most of the fluff in the first round, and Kaylee Ray, and then there was a couple bit more fluff in the second round. That now that that's all gone, the semi-final, the quarterfinals, the semi-finals were amazing though.
Yeah,
for the most part, like I say. And that's pretty much it. Live final is on Tuesday, and I'm off on Wednesday, and Chris doesn't work till 4.
Don't start works 4, so I'll probably watch it.
Hey.
In fact, if you like, you can come over here and watch it.
Perhaps.
We can maybe podcast about it the next day.
Sounds good. Before you go to work.
When we eventually wake up.
Actually, no, that would really work, because now that Mrs. Grizz is working 9 to 5.
What a way to make living.
I definitely don't think like she would appreciate us being awake at fucking
4 in the morning shouting at the telly. In fairness though, it would suit me better because I need to get ready for work and shit, so then I'd have to trek all the way back home just to trek all the way back again.
Aye, true that.
So
okay, that's a Polanski. A cool. Roman Polanski.
Cool. I'll double check it with the boss, but it should be okay.
Double check what? Working that late on a Wednesday?
No, I'm definitely working that late on Wednesday. I'll double check with the boss about you coming over.
Right, of the HQ.
Yes.
Okay. I know we don't own the HQ.
Yeah, I know.
Yet.
One day. So
wait, that sounded really threatening. That sounded like I was going to murder your boss.
Totally did. So shall we take a musical interlude?
We shall indeed. I did notice that there is a couple of the Mae Young Classic wrestling theme songs on
and I was
YouTube.
Going to find one to put up. So
there we go.
This will be a surprise because I don't know who I'm putting on yet.
It's going to be potluck.
Enjoy.
Hold on, here I come, running into the rain. I'm gonna ride.
going to return with some breaking news.
Fucking awesome news, man.
Oh my God. Next Sunday.
Say so. Oh no.
Jose? There? No. Anyway. Next Sunday in Newcastle, the Iron Champion Joe Coffey will defend
of ICW. Just to clear that up. American listeners that might not know ICW's on in Newcastle.
You shut the fuck up. The Iron Champion Joe Coffey will defend the ICW World Title against Cassius Ohno. Holy shit.
Fuck.
Balls. Shit balls. I've seen the two of them wrestle.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's good.
Both different times as well, I'm sure. This sounds amazing.
Yeah, we have to try and figure out a way to go.
We have to try.
So the podcast might be late next week if we could work this out.
Yeah. But
you know, somebody who can drive. Any listeners in Glasgow could drive and fancy going, give us a shout. We'll buy you your ticket.
Fiona.
Yeah, Fiona. I'm not sure if you're listening, but
if you do, we love you.
Well, I always express my love for Fiona. Fiona is the coolest person ever.
So that
and I'm not just saying that because I'm.
Ow! Ow!
I was on holiday.
Tits. How long's he away for? Because I know he's away now.
He only went away yesterday.
Pish. Anyway. Thanks, Al. Still love you, but you're kind of useless in this situation.
Eddie!
Hey,
pal. How you doing? Fancy, you know, are we joined into Newcastle on Sunday? Sure we can find someone. So if any listeners fancy a Chris Digriz in the back seat, we could podcast on the way back.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said this to you.
Robert drives. Robert! Robert does love us.
We'll be sliding into your DMs in a wee while.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, maybe we should wait until like Monday. So like, if we put this up before we go, he might end up hearing it before we get back.
Yeah.
So he'll probably slide into our DMs.
So yeah, slide into our DMs, Robert, if you're up for it.
So he'll probably just be like, no, fuck that. I had enough of yous when we won the quiz. We won a quiz.
We won a wrestling quiz. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, that match will be awesome. Right, so
you know what actually went on my phone for a fucking reason, and it was for this podcast, and I got distracted by that and forgot to look at what I was looking for. In fact, no, it was, remember that thing I tagged you in the other day, the sexy star thing. I was wanting to get that up.
Oh yeah.
It was the continuation. God fucking damn it.
I was wondering where you were going with continuity.
It was the next part of the saga, because I could
the sexy saga. That's what the papers are going to be calling it. Deflategate, Brexit, sexy saga.
Not sexy but her no more. I thought you were looking for it for me.
Oh, no, I thought you were saying I was just putting that.
No, it's because I tagged you in it for you to look after it, so I can't find stuff I've tagged you in.
That's cool, I'll get it. I was just putting my phone in low power mode so it charges quicker.
Alright.
Because we got the bus to catch soon.
Yeah. So yeah, basically it's the next part in the saga. If you don't know the saga, at Triple Mania the other week, Sexy Star deliberately injured dear sweet Rosemary, and yeah, since then it's been the talk of the wrestling world, from wrestlers, from fans, from promoters, pretty much all negative. And Sexy Star eventually came out with her response, and needless to say, it was not very flattering at all.
I have it.
You have it? Do you want to read it out for the folks?
Once it loads up.
Because you are a better reader than I am.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I ain't read no book in my life. Don't know why I said it like that.
Yeah, no. But still, like, I can barely fucking read shit.
Okay.
Dun,
Jesus Christ.
What?
I'm assuming she's written this in Mexican, and that's why it makes no sense. So bear with me here, guys.
I just kind of read it as it's wrote.
This have been very difficult days for me. Last Saturday I was in a championship fight. Was very hard. I think everything got out of hand. I don't know. I'm still confused with the situation. I'd like to remain quiet, and when the time is right, I will speak on the subject. Men and women want to finish me, make me retire from the sport. I am still here. As I stated in the beginning, I will not stop representing all those women who have been mistreated physically or psychologically. I believe that I have stronger. If at a moment I went through depression and got out of it, I will also... Fucking pop-ups.
Why did she write that?
I believe that I have to stronger. In a moment I went through depression and got out of it. Fucking said that twice. I also got out of this one. I was doing what I had to do, what the people deserved. To go all in, clawing until the end. That's what happened. I submitted her. It appears the girl got injured. I don't know. It's not something I'm aware of. That's all I can say.
What a fucking lying cow.
Yeah. I can only assume that was put out in Mexican and Google Translate.
Probably.
Fucking fuck that up. But she did say the same thing twice, so,
yeah.
You know.
Probably. Maybe, like, that's one of the things, like, in Spanish or whatever, it just kind of accidentally translated twice, that bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, because it might have just been similar.
Didn't make a lot of sense, though.
It made enough sense to pretty much say that she didn't know anything about it. She didn't know what she was doing. Something about being depressed in the moment or some bollocks like that. I don't know. She's full of shit. So since then...
And that's not a dig at people that have depression or anything
No.
But, yeah, that does kind of scream excuse.
Sorry, what I cleared up what I was saying there, I could call it, bring that up. Like, what I was like, if she's saying that she was depressed in that moment during the match, doesn't matter. You should still do your job, and your job is very fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
So, just because, like, see, if you were depressed during that moment, doesn't mean you have to fucking almost break another lassie's arm, for fuck's sake. So since then, she's been stripped of the title.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, go fuck yourself.
Fucking, as she should be.
I am done with this. Done with you.
Absolutely, as she should be. Other breaking news this week came out whilst we were doing our wrestling quiz, which we won, by the way, in case we didn't mention it.
Winners.
Winners. Jeff Jarrett has been suspended from his own company.
This is the funniest thing in the world.
It's so strange, but it does make a lot of sense. For what I gather from this story, Anthem, who actually own Impact, they don't own GFW.
Yes, I heard about that.
They actually own Impact, not GFW. So Jeff Jarrett still has GSW.
Jarrett, not Jarrett.
Oh, fuck, whatever. He still has Jeff Wrestling, right? Jeff Wrestling is still his.
Jeff is still his. And the fucking they're starting their own goddamn network.
Yeah, you sent me this, but I didn't have time to look into it. We'll get that off you in a wee second. But apparently, the reason that he's been indefinitely suspended is because that they feel that he's responsible for a lot of things that have gone wrong this year, such as both Drew and the Hardys not re-signing.
Which wasn't anything to do with him because he wasn't in the company at the time, as far as I know.
But the talks were there, so they knew that he was going to be taken over, and apparently they felt that he didn't act quickly enough to secure those signatures, which ties in with what Drew said, because Drew said he got his contract offer literally half an hour before his contract expired.
Yeah, he said
so
like
that
in the
ties
11th
in.
Hour.
That ties in for what Drew's been saying. But also, he really pushed on the Del Rio thing.
Okay,
which has brought TNA a lot of bad publicity over the last couple of weeks, as we're all aware. And that's the reason that they've...
I don't think we've spoken about Del Rio recently.
And that's the reason why they've decided that he's not the man for the job anymore.
Uffa. So, but then, apparently Anthem are now willing to sell their shit.
They want out of wrestling, apparently.
It must be churning up more money than they thought, is what I'm going to assume.
It's obviously hemorrhaging money.
Yeah, I mean, but that's pretty much been what. That's the whole reason why Dixie Carter's like mum and dad pulled out eventually, because they're fucking. Well, Dixie's parents' company is a multi-million-dollar company. No idea what they fucking do, but like even then, like there was a point where they were like, you know what, I think we're done here with when it comes to loaning you money for your stupid little wrestling project.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show that even like fucking multi-millionaires still have their limits.
Yeah, no, of course. There is no point in investing money that you're not going to get back. But the only exception to that rule is legitimate sports.
What's that?
Like outside of wrestling.
Oh, you mean legitimate sports?
Like football, like football, like American football, like particularly those two sports where billions of pounds and dollars, whatever, is invested in it, but they're investing that money to buy success, not to make profit.
Okay.
Whereas if you're talking about wrestling is a business. That's why they call it the business.
The biz.
If it's not making money, then people aren't going to invest in it.
I thought when you said legit sports, I thought that was like some just stupid random fucking free channel.
No. I just mean like say the guy. I can't remember his name. It's really bad. I can't remember his name, but he owns the Dallas Cowboys. Fuck, what's his name
Cuban?
again? I don't know.
Mark Cuban?
Jerry something.
No.
Anyway,
Seinfeld.
He's invested stupid money into the Dallas Cowboys, and it's not to make profit. It's to win titles. That's all he's interested in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he built AT&T Stadium, which for anyone that watched WrestleMania last year is a phenomenal stadium. It's just so big.
Well,
it's ridiculously
like,
big.
You say that,
and he spent billions building that stadium, and then spent hundreds of millions building a training ground for the Cowboys. I mean, he's never going to see that money again. Like, never ever.
But so if they do well, would they not head coach Jason Garrett? Is that it?
No, not the head coach. Right, the guy that owns them.
I'm trying to fucking find it.
Jerry something.
Let's just call him Jerry something. Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones, that's it. Yeah, like, in fact, I'm interested to see how much he has actually spent on AT&T.
So, right, you say that he's invested a lot of money. Like, so see if like fucking the Cowboys or whatever their name is actually win like a Super Bowl or something. Would that not bring in a lot of money to that brand?
Yeah, bring in a lot of money to the brand, but he spent on the stadium 1.2 billion just on the stadium, and he spent a funny amount of money on the training ground as well. So 2 minutes to check how much the training ground was.
But you must be getting a good amount back from the stadium. Like you say the AT&T Stadium, which WWE frequents multi times a year.
No, they don't.
Don't they?
No, it's a 101,000 seat stadium.
Oh, okay, I stand corrected. Okay, I was thinking of something else. There is another place called AT&T though, in there, but it's like
there's a few different AT&Ts.
Right, see, that's what I'm getting fucking mixed up with. That was my fault.
And he spent 1.5 billion on their training facility. So that's kicking the nuts off $3 billion he spent.
Jesus Christ!
Like that, he's never going to see that money again. Not in his lifetime, anyway. Eventually, he'll claw it back, but he'll be long dead by the time that happens.
He's probably getting enough that, like, he's looking at it as this investment was a good investment.
Because they're wanting the glory.
One would assume. I mean, it's like, suppose I won like a fucking couple of $100 million on the national lottery. Like, I would probably invest most of that into being part of WWE just so I could be part of WWE. Like, enough that maybe I could, like, worm my way in to become a creative member.
Vince, I'll invest $8 million, but you have to give me a job for life as a writer. In fact, you need to sack everyone else because I'll do a better job.
Yeah. We're going to have the Insane Clan posse come in.
But yeah.
Tag team champions for 6 years.
But yeah, TNA's is obviously hemorrhaging money. Like there's no two ways about it. So you'd mentioned about the network. So what's the deal with this? I've not actually seen anything about it or read it yet.
There's not much to say right now, other than the fact that they are planning to do a network. When you talk about hemorrhaging money and all that crap, like, I mean, remember when WWE Network first started up? Like, Vince McMahon was losing a lot of money from that because he thought that there was going to be a lot of people that were going to buy it that just didn't. And that's why now every month is, your first month is free and all that crap.
That's always been the case.
No, it wasn't always the case.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
It wasn't from this day one. It wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't. I can guarantee you it wasn't.
It was.
It wasn't because, like, they started it off, and then when they realised they weren't getting the numbers they thought, they started giving out free months here and there. It's just like, oh, this month is going to be a free month, so if you sign up now, your first month's going to be free. And then they just eventually changed it into being your first month is free. It was never your first month is free. This was more recently. I think it started kind of more the time when it came over at the UK and all that crap. But it definitely, like 3 years ago or however long it's been, it didn't start off like that.
I'm pretty sure it was. I may be wrong.
I might be wrong, but I'm almost certain I'm right though. Like I'm you can see how convinced I am that I'm right.
I'm sure the first month was free when I signed up. So I signed up on the day it came out in America using a VPN.
I don't know.
So I don't know. I might be wrong.
I mean, it was fucking like what 3 years ago.
Longer than that. Is it?
Maybe.
I think the first Mania on it was Mania 30. So coming up for
would have
4
been
years.
3 years ago. Three and a
Coming
half.
Coming up for 4 years, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not sure. I'm certain it wasn't though. I don't know if anyone
wants to correct us, please, or confirm who's right and who's wrong.
Yeah. I mean,
at Teal Podcast.
We have a couple American listeners. Maybe some of them did buy the network day one.
Yeah.
Was it free? Was it not?
I got it day one.
I know, but you can't remember whether or not you paid for it, which is kind of the whole point that we're wanting to know here. So yeah, apparently it's going to have like all of the GFW/TNA library, which could be really quite fun. I'm not going to lie. Like, there's a lot of good stuff there, and there's a lot of bad stuff there, which will be even more fun to watch. I wouldn't mind. It depends on how much it is. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind paying for it if it's like $5, like to get the really bad TNA, because I think we should go through that. I think that would be fucking hilarious to do.
Yeah, I would be up for going through bad TNA.
The Hogan era.
We should totally try and get Cole Cabana on the podcast.
Yes, and Brendan Burns.
Or even just Brendan Burns would do me.
That would be excellent. Oh no, that would be hilarious. It's because it was just when Hulk Hogan came in for like the first couple of months, he brought all his pals and changed all the booking, and it was just became a debacle. Like fucking.
That's where it started falling down for me.
Yep, and it never fucking recovered from that because that was oh, we need to go up against Monday Night Raw live. It's the Monday Night Wars once again, and WWE were like, the fuck is this? And they crushed them. Of course they fucking crushed them. And then after about I think it was about a month and a half, like they came on Thursdays and were like, due to popular demand, we are back on Thursday nights. It's like, yep, I'm sure all those wrestling fans really demanded for you to go back to Thursday nights, and it wasn't because you were doing terribly on Mondays.
Yeah, I know. The fact that they even tried to do it was it was suicide.
Oh yeah.
To begin with.
And not the wrestler that's in TNA.
I'm just very quickly trying to see if I can locate whether or not the first month was free, just quickly.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if you need to go through like 3 years of receipts or whatever.
No. I'm not. I've just googled.
Fair enough.
Launch details.
I like do 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 do. You like do 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 do. We like do 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 do. There isn't anything else to do.
Nah, I think you might be right. I can't say anything about it being free. I just remember about it being the 6 month commitment.
Yeah, I forgot about that bit. Aye.
See, to be honest, see if they hadn't.
Which they stopped with that as well.
See if they hadn't done the 6 month commitment thing.
Probably a lot of people would have signed up.
Yeah,
like, instantly.
And paid $9.99 for a month and see what it's like.
Huh?
Do you know what I mean? With a 6-month commitment, although they'll never able to enforce that.
Nah, I doubt it.
I cancelled multiple times in the first 6 months, and signed up again.
They probably just
the free trial. The free trial must have came on pretty quickly, because that was the only reason why I would have started fucking cancelling and signing up under different emails to get fucking free.
Yeah,
trials.
that's what I'm saying. Like, at first, that they just put it out as right, buy this, and then when people didn't buy it, like, they were like, okay, right, we're going to give our free month away on the month of like November, so this month you can get it for free to give it a go. But then they still had the 6-month barrigara
commitment.
Yeah, and then they dropped the 6-month commitment, so people would buy it the next month, and then they'd be like, remember, WrestleMania's coming up, stay attached.
Yeah.
And then
fair enough.
It just kind of went on from that, like we already said. What else was there? Yeah, so GFW Network could be fun. They better not rip the fucking arse out of it and be like, oh, 15 quid for all this stuff that nobody ever wanted.
No one, right? I'm not saying this to be a dick towards GFW or anything, or TNA or whatever. It is my humble opinion, no one will pay more than $4.99 a month for that.
True. I wouldn't pay for more than $4.99 for a month for it, and I've been watching TNA for nearly 10 years.
A long time.
But it's like the only thing I can really think of that is going to be a bit of a, what do you call it? A bit of a buy-in and kind of a grab. A grab for people is like, hey, did you know that AJ Styles wrestled Sting? Did you know Kurt Angle wrestled Samoa Joe? Did you know that fucking Bobby Roode wrestled Sting? Who the fuck else is in WWE? Did you know Eric Young, who used to be a world champion down there? Here's
that was like, do you remember when AJ debuted in the Royal Rumble? And within 3 days, TNA had the best of AJ Styles DVD out.
A brand new one.
Wonder why you're trying to sell that all of a sudden.
Do you remember when Jeff Jarrett? Oh no, wait, never mind.
Yeah,
Jeff Jarrett never really done anything memorable, but yet still has a 4-disc DVD.
I'm presuming that's in TNA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact that like he's the only wrestler in TNA to have not 1, not 2, not even 3, but 4 discs. 4-disc DVD.
He's also the King of the Mountain, motherfucker.
I don't care what anyone says. I think King of the Mountain is an amazing match.
Do you know? I don't think I've ever actually watched one. I probably have. I just don't really remember. I like the name, like the nickname, King of the Mountain. But yeah.
I think this should be a fun like future thing. We'll watch a couple of King of the Mountain matches.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on from GFW, what other news is there?
There was the news apparently that CFO $sign left WWE, but
apparently that's bollocks.
Apparently that's been fact.
We spoke about this during the musical interlude, and like for me, the story was that they left because they didn't want to tweak things because it took away the magic of the art. Bollocks, man. They're not a commercial. No, they are commercial, but they're not.
They're purely commercial.
Yeah, exactly. Like WWE are their clients. You do what your client asks you to do.
Absolutely.
End of.
But apparently, like they were saying that Baron Corbin's music was written by Jim Johnson and all that stuff. Like I don't know if this was all just bullshit.
It might have been. You manky bastard.
Shut up. You could have got away with that. I could have got
away without laughing.
I hope that got picked up. I farted, by the way. God damn it. I've just pulled my headphones out.
You're a fatty.
Oh,
it's too dark. Let's see.
Fuck's sake. There we go. So, was there anything else? I'm sure there was something else that we had to speak about, but I can't think it.
Oh no, we're talking about the Jim Johnson thing.
Yeah,
Jim Johnson may well have wrote it, but if they've put it together and produced it, then it'll go out on their credit. Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to check that. Right. Just very quickly, just because, like, obviously, like, on Spotify, see if you type in CFO $, all their shit comes up. See if you type in WWE, everything comes up.
Yeah.
So, let's have a look. CFO $. Ugh.
What?
Lars Sullivan is the new theme that's on fucking... Well, see, but there, no, look. No Baron Corbin. Street Profits, Wolfgang. Wolfgang's theme is on fucking Spotify, ladies and gentlemen. He's made it. And also...
I don't know what that was. That wasn't even a howl, was it?
Ow!
That's what I was trying to do.
And now see if you go to WWE, you'll notice that Lars Sullivan is also there. But also Baron Corbin is there, which was not in CFO's. So which means CFO puts up all their music. They didn't make Baron Corbin's theme song.
See, the thing is though, Jim Johnson must have a plethora of music just lying about.
He fucking does. He obviously does. Like he makes like fucking. Remember the core? Remember that faction? He's literally made about 8 theme songs for that faction, and used them all once. So he probably just this just might have been something that he just had like fucking from like 8 years ago, and it's like, I check out Baron Corbin. Dun 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 dun. I'd like it. I don't know.
Right, we're running really short on time because we need to catch a bus to London. So we'll wrap this up, but there is one last story.
Very interesting. This is going to be a Dr. Clouseau style murder mystery, except without the murder and there's mystery.
Or there's just a serious case of trolling going on.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
So, Sasha Banks.
Yes.
Has removed all mentions of WWE from her Twitter profile, or Twitter bio.
Yes. And
posted the contact details for her agent.
Ooh. Do you have an agency if you're an independent wrestler, though?
Some do.
Some
Drew
do.
did.
Okay. I
don't know if you've seen, or if you listened to any of the podcasts he was on. When he first left WWE, particularly Talk is Jericho.
Okay.
Where Jericho at the end of it is like, where can people book you? And like, now because he always goes like, wait, what's your Twitter handle?
Yeah,
and
Twitter
stuff like
and blah blah blah.
And he's like, he said for all booking inquiries, email blah 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 blah. So yeah, some that are making enough money will have their own agent.
Yeah. And let's face it, Sasha Banks.
Show business, isn't it?
Sasha Banks clearly is making enough money.
So yeah, that's very interesting. So
what could this mean?
What could it mean? Apparently she was on Sam Roberts' podcast a few weeks ago. I don't really listen to Sam Roberts' podcast. But apparently she was on that a few weeks ago, and a lot of people were saying she sounded really unhappy.
Interesting.
With WWE, for whatever reason.
You know what? Like, I think
actually, do you know what? We'll make an effort this week, both of us, to listen to that episode.
I mean, it's not like we've got like a 10-hour bus journey written that we just have the time to listen to random podcasts by dweebs.
Yeah. So if you're a dweeb with a random podcast, hit us up at Heel Podcast.
I mean, I'm calling him a dweeb. He's much more famous than I am, but I do have better hair than him.
That's a fucking stretch. Anyway,
did you see his fucking hair?
On that note,
you see his fucking hair?
On that note,
he looks like a fucking ice cream cone. Or a toilet brush.
On that note, I've been Chris motherfucking Hughes.
I've been the Grizz.
Ho!
See ya!